Tell me why. I kind of said that in my interview. Hey everyone, I wanted to make a story time video because I haven't really been sharing a lot of personal stuff in my last few videos, and I really feel like there's a better connection with us when I'm sharing parts of my life that are embarrassing or, you know, whatever. So I wanted to share an interview that went wrong, and just disclaimer, it wasn't like a big deal. It didn't make or break my career or like my future career, but I thought it was really funny, so I really wanted to share. Alright, so this was during undergrad. I want to say I was a junior, and I was living at the co-ops in Berkeley, and so shout out to Rochdale. I was living in the Rochdale apartment, and they were the best because they were super affordable, and I loved the people. Like, the people at Rochdale were super cool, and they were like super down. I just really liked everyone there, right? So here I was trying to get a night job. I already had a part-time job. I was going to school full-time, but I wanted to make some extra money, right? So I figured, why not work within the co-op, because I already live there, so it's kind of cool that I can just, like, you know, my job is literally in the apartment. So there was an opening, there was a security position open, and this person essentially was on call. They had a phone with them, and if there was a lot of noise or something in the apartment, they would call that person to like go check in on people and like see what's up. So I was like, that's perfect for me. Like, I will probably already be at the party or whatever's going on and just tell people to bring it down, right? So I did want to mention that even though this position was like really flexible and like pretty chill, it was also, I didn't know this, but this position was also usually held by a person that wasn't well liked in the apartment, because that was a person shutting down the parties. And see, that's not how I understood it. I understood it as, oh, if there's a complaint, you go and check up on people and, you know, kind of talk to them, so it's like, it's not a big deal. Well, no, not really. This person's actually the one shutting down the parties. And I talked to my friend Chewy, and I remember it like it was yesterday. We were, I think we were tabling. I was in Hermanas and he was in Hermanos, and so we were tabling next to each other, and I was telling him, hey, I'm thinking of applying to this position. And he like straight up said, don't do it. People are gonna hate you. Like, you don't want to be known for that. And I thought he was being dramatic, so I was like, screw Chewy, whatever. Like, no one listened to him anyways. So the shade, huh? The shade, that's mean. So I decided to go through with the interview. It was pretty chill. I was already in the council at the co-op, so I knew the people in the office manager and everything. So when they interviewed me, I believe it was the office manager and the assistant manager, and it was so funny because it was super casual. But when they asked me, all right, so how will you approach shutting down a party, because sometimes the parties get out of control or like they're too loud and someone calls in and complains. Okay, well here I go. And I'm like, say, oh, I'm not really worried about that, because a lot of my friends throw kickbacks or parties, and I'll probably already be there. So if someone calls me to make a complaint, I'll be on it real fast because I'll be there already. And I kid you not, they looked at me like I was crazy. They were like, what? And it was like word vomit. I guess I couldn't read them, so I just kept on going, and I said, let me think. And I said, yeah, since I'll already be there, it'll be a lot easier for me, and since they're my friends, they'll be understanding to like keep it down a little bit, and we'll continue the party, no problem. Like, I think this is the perfect position for me because I'm super nice, and you know, I'm efficient, and I got it. I'll be like super on time because I'll be there, right? And I thought it was great. I thought it was a great answer. I didn't get the job. So this interview, like, just like shit hit the fan, right? They weren't gonna hire me if I was already gonna be at the party. I wasn't gonna be doing a good job being a security guard, so that happened. But it was just a really funny interview. Like, here I was after the interview thinking like, yeah, I got the job, it's gonna be great. And then I told more people, and they were like, oh yeah, like, I don't know about that position, da 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 da. And then I started thinking, oh, maybe it's harder than I think. Like, maybe I do have to shut down parties, not just tell them to keep it down. And I just thought it was so funny that here I was thinking that I like aced that interview. I was like super good, and no, I totally bombed it. I wasn't gonna get it. And I'm not gonna lie, even after a few people mentioned that it wasn't, you know, the best, most glamorous thing to do, I was kind of bummed when I didn't get it. It was kind of sad. But yeah, that was my interview. If you're gonna be a security or, you know, patrol something, you can't really be a part of the issue. You gotta shut it down. Not just tell people to keep it down. And actually, let me add to it. So I didn't get hired, right? And then someone else did, but I think it was my friend Gabby's birthday or my birthday, I don't remember, but we were in Gabby's apartment, right? Here comes the knock on the door that we needed to keep it down. So I opened it, and like everyone behind me started laughing as soon as I started talking because they thought I was being funny, but I was like, for reals, because that could have been me. Like, I could have gotten that job. So I was like, oh hey, how are you? Do you want cake? Do you want like a beer? Like, what can I get for you? Like, do you want to come in? And they were like, oh no. And I think because I was so nice, instead of being like, you need to shut it down, they were like, oh, just keep it down. And they were super nice, and the way they responded was exactly how I was gonna be on the job. So honestly, I could have had that job, and I could have done a good job. But everyone behind me was laughing because they were like, no, you don't give them drinks. Like, they're here to shut it down. And I don't know, I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it as like black and white. I saw it as, well, we're in a co-op. There's like more than 100 people in these apartments. And I can see why if someone works early the next day or something, wouldn't want it to be like blasting till 2 or 3 a.m. So I don't know, I had an understanding for both things since I worked, and you know, I was going to school too, so I could see both sides. But yeah, I could have been a great security officer in the co-ops, and I wasn't given the opportunity, but I do understand that I kind of blew the interview. And yeah, that's basically it for my interview gone wrong. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, feel free to message me or comment down below if there's anything you really want to know. The next few videos, I think I'll be sharing a lot. I hope you liked the video, and stay tuned for the next one.